Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, so I had to adjust in my chair here. I'm back using some stuff that's on my desk. So we looked at this at the last video. I had gotten this at TJ Maxx, and I thought it was really cute, and I thought I would do something with it today. And then also I have that wrapping paper I showed you where I had gotten that surprise box at the flea market. And it was wrapped with this really wonderful paper. So you could take some tape to get this extra piece off, but I like to just do it the hard way. I've got glue on my hands. There we go. I like to take these off before I glue them down. You probably do that too, I bet. Oopsie. Some of that's tearing off. Okay. And we can use that for something else. All right. So we have that. That's going to be fun. Look at all that. And then I have these acetate sheets that I have not used, and I wanted to use one or part of one. So I'm going to take one out and, wow, that is stuck. Take one out and kind of, I'm going to put it over to the side because I think it'll blind you until I get it cut and put in place. This is kind of a thick, what does this say it is? 7 mil. So it is a little bit thick. It's definitely thicker than, oh, let's see, what would come in. Well, I guess it's about, I'll tell you what it is like. You know what your acrylic stamps are stuck to? It's about that thick. So if you use acrylic stamps and they're kind of stuck to a thick acetate, that's what it's like. Okay, let's get that out of the way. I'll set that over here. Here's that wrapping paper. Then I also have some tracing paper. I bought a roll. I guess it's tracing paper. That's what it said on the thing. But I bought a roll of it. Could be just baking paper. I don't know. I bought a roll at a garage sale for, or an estate sale for like $3. And it's fun. And then I have some typing paper. I don't know if I'll even get to that. And then just some scrap stuff over here that made me think I needed to do something with stuff on my desk because I've got so much. So I think what I want to do is this one first. And I think I am going, what I'd like to do is I'm going to keep all the weirdness about it, but I wanted to make a sack. And I think I will kind of square it up a little bit. Let's get this out of the way for a second. Because I just cut it with my scissors. And that was not super straight. So let's go like that. Try to get some of that. Just kind of get it squared a little bit. Now, I say this is vintage paper. It looks like vintage paper. It's very yellowed. And so, and I've never seen it before. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this print before. Okay. 2 sides done. Anyways, hope everybody's doing well and enjoying the summer. It's in the dog days of summer, as they say. It's super, super hot. We've had a little reprieve from the heat. We've had upper 70s, low 80s versus the 90s and low 100, you know. I want to say hundreds. It feels like hundreds, but it's low 100. I know that's funny, but I'm going to keep that. I think it's fun. Okay, I'm going to set this aside because we might need it again. Okay, so my thought is, let's see, what's the direction here? And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm going to, I think it's a little too tall. I want to make a sack, but I want to make one that will go on a page. So I'm going to cut it down a little bit. And I think that's a good size. Okay. I don't know what size that is. A good size is 8 inches. And then, of course, we're going to fold it every which direction. So, but what I wanted to do is I'm going to fold it like this for the, you know, to make this. So it looks like that seam where someone had already folded it is in the middle, somewhat in the middle. So I'm going to just kind of go with that. And I hope this works. I'm wanting to make a circle, but only going to punch half of it. So I'm just eyeballing it. Kind of like that. And let's hope it's a circle. That's not too bad, is it? Okay. All right, then I'm going to turn it over here. That's sweet. We'll save it. All right, what's next? Oh, acetate. Okay, now I don't know how this cuts, but what my plan is to put some acetate over that. And I don't need much. I think what I would like is, let's go 3. Let's go 3. Let's just do a 3 by 3. I can hardly see it. Ooh, it's thick. And I'm not super sure what kind of glue to use on this, so I might double up. I think what I'm going to do is, put, it'd be nice if I cleaned that. I'm going to put this on here. Just on the edge here. Oof. Okay. And then I'm going to put my art glitter glue just around here. Boy, oh boy, I have got to clean my glue tips. Oh, and I hope this does not, I'm just going to blot it a little bit. I don't want it to run over into that circle. Okay. There. And hopefully that won't run over into that circle. Yeah, it did a little bit. Well, maybe I can clean it up a little on the other side. Just a little bit. That probably would have been nice if I had like distressed it or something. Oh, and then I set that right in that glue. Oh boy. That cleans up pretty good. And there we have it. So now let me clean this glue bottle off. Oh boy, yikes. I need to fill it. That's probably why it's doing that, because it has air in it that pushes it, air bubble up. All right. Okay, so now let's make the envelope, and I would like to have that in the center. Need to have one of the you know, the back pieces cover that full circle. And we could also put this back on it. Let's see, where's the top? Okay, that's going to be the top. So let's put this circle back on here. Am I getting it kind of straight? I don't think I have it exactly the way it was. Let's see, how did it go? Like that. Hold it as best as I can anyways. And then I'm going to just glue around it. Like that. We'll see. Not bad. It's fun. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is grab my pinking. And I'm just going to pink across the top a little bit. And then okay, and then this front part, I know I can't bend it. Well, I can a little bit, but not much. I just want to cut it a little bit shy. Maybe a little bit more. No pattern. As you can tell, it's just a lot of cutting and checking. Okay. There. All right. So I am going to glue this. Now, I'm leaving this part. As a matter of fact, I might put a little bit of tea dye ink on it just to have it show a little bit. I like using the character of things like this. See, this is where tape was one time. Here's tape. Now that might get rolled up a little bit because I'm going to roll that bottom up. Guess I could do this real quick. You don't have to use tea. You could, if you wanted to do anything, you could do like a blue or pink or something. I probably should keep those closer to my desk, but they're over on my iron area. I have a big table over there, and I have them in a box over there. Got some crumbs. I'll get those in a minute. Okay. All right, so that's going to go first. So I'm going to do this over here. And then I'm going to follow this line here. Got a little tear. And I think I'm going to just glue that down. And fold it up. Could use your bone folder here, but I'm just going to do that. And probably should have cut this before I glued it shut, but it's still okay. So on the front, I'm just going to make it a little triangle to the seam, or the fold here, little triangle to the fold. And then I'm just going to cut this part off. Much, much easier to do this before you glue it. Maybe I'll remember on the next one. And then I'm just going to glue that down. And we'll have our little sack that we can put into a journal, or in a belly, in a journal under a belly band, or you can, which is what I think I'd like to do, because I like the character of the back. And then whatever you put in here will show. What do I have? I don't think I have anything super long, but let's see what, this is going a different direction, but let's see what it would look like anyways. Well, static. Whatever you put in. What do I have? Something else? Oh, let's see. If I had made this, if I put her on a card, I can slide her in there. Fun, huh? That's just one way you can do it if you don't have, like, I don't have a die cut. If you had a die cut that was a square, I might have a square, a little one, like postage stamp. But if you had like a square or circle die cut, you could die cut some paper and then make a sack out of it. But I think that turned out kind of cute. Okay. Next is this napkin. And so I want to kind of do the same thing with this. Let's see. I'm just going to rough cut it real quick. And then on this one, I think what I'm going to do is just tear it, because I know I'm not going to get it even if I cut it by hand. And I don't know, it might be too thin to cut with the cutter. So I'll just rough tear, and then I can always go back and see what needs to be done. I might be able to cut it or tear it with a ruler if this doesn't work. Okay, now I'm going to tear this down. It's so thin, really even just tearing it with doubled up is really better. Yeah, I think that'll work out. Okay. And I do want to distress that. I'll use this tea stain since I already got it. I love the sound. I might make a page out of this. I don't think I need to do that back page, because that back seam part, edge, I guess I should say, because it's going to be glued under, so I think anyway. So let's see what happens. So that's going to go like that. And that's going to go like that. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Okay. And then I'm going to fold this up. Don't want to make that mistake again. And I kind of like, I don't know if you can see what's going on here, the different layers. Whoops. I kind of like the different layers, so I might just keep it and just, it'll be a little bit bulkier, but this is so thin. I think I'm going to leave it that way. I like it. Let's just put a little bit more on there. Okay. Yeah. All right, so now let's glue it. Well, wait a second. I think I want to dip that a little bit. So I'm going to take it through the middle like this, put these two folds together, and then I think I'll start here and tear towards the corner. Let's see how that looked. I think that's fine. So let me put this glue back on, or this pin back in here. Might be easier if I kind of do it like this because it's so delicate. And I'm going to do both sides. For some reason, I think it looks better that way. Just kind of roughing up the edge with the sponge here. Okay. Get rid of that page. Okay. All right. Now we can glue. Do this straight edge. And then I'm going to also do this squiggly edge. This will be the edge that's on the outside of the back, like that. So this paper does not absorb at all, so it just, you know, makes that run. So it's good for me to remember. I didn't think it would absorb, but I hadn't really, you know, put much thought into it. But it's good that I left a little space. I don't know if you can see where the glue is and where the... So here's the glue line, and then here is the cut line. So thankfully it didn't go over. Otherwise it would have, you know, caused my... Let's see, do I want that? It would have caused my, my envelope to glue shut. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit here because we're doubling up, and then I'm going to put some inside here. Okay. And now that should dry completely clear. We shouldn't we shouldn't see it. But I like it. Okay, now let me put this back, and then we'll get the Distress ink again. It takes ink well. It's not like, it's a little bit different than deli paper. Kind of has the same feel to it though, except it doesn't have a glossy side. Okay. All right, now let's get to this napkin. What do we want to do with this napkin? Let's see here. really like this one. This is a kind of a vase with flowers. I like them all. I'm having a hard time. I think I'm going to just go with this one for now. But I think I'm going to get one out of the center. This one has that little selvagey thing. I'm going to use my... Does that have any water? My water pen. Although, instead of just using the water pen alone, I think what I'm going to do is squeeze out some water. Is there any water in there? Here's one. What's in this one? I'll put it in my little dish here because instead of squeezing it out, I'm going to just dip it. So put a little bit in that, and then I'm just going to dip it, and I'm just going to try to do it like this without squeezing any. Gosh, one dip was probably enough. Now let's see if I can get it out. So far, so good. Yes. Okay. That didn't take much, did it? All right. Now I think I can put that on with just Oohoo. I think I want it right in here. A little bit too much glue. Okay. I like it. So far, so good. Now maybe we can doll it up a little bit with something. Oh, that's sticky. For sure. Okay. Let's see. Can I reach... What would be good? Some white. Let me grab my white lace. Some of my white lace. White. I don't know if this is going to be the one, but I saw something in here that... Where did I see it? I saw it peeking through. Oh, here it is. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't know. I'm just going to cut a little bit. See if this is what I want. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember me. This reminds me. When I go to see Kathy, there's this, we call it the dump, but it is a dump. But before you get to the dump, there's this recycle place. So if you don't, you have a bunch of stuff and, you have to pay by the pound to dump it. If you have stuff that could be recycled or reused, you can drop it off there, and then they sell it, and I'm not sure what they do with the proceeds. Anyways, I love going to that place, and I have found some wonderful linens to cut up from there. And they're not like they've been in the dump. It's just, you know, somebody was getting rid of their parents' or grandparents' stuff, and it just ended up there, you know, before they then put it in the actual, you know, before they have to dispose of it all. So anyways, I know that sounds crazy, but I have gotten some really wonderful things, and I just do what I do with the rest of it. I just bring it home and I launder it. Be done. Okay, so that's fun. What else? What is this? Look how fun that is. So I absolutely love doing that, and I wonder if we'll go when my daughter's there. I think that might be too much. Okay. Wonder if she would get a kick out of it. She doesn't collect much, you know, anything like I do, but as in the sense of junk, you know, she does have things that she likes. She has a Fiesta wear collection. I think I told you that before. Okay, I'm still looking for some white, something thin that will go there. Or maybe pink. Let's get the pink out. This one's an absolute disaster. Look at that mess. This might be cute. Nope, wrong color. The right color? Nope. Okay. Might have to stick with white. I thought it was pink, but I guess maybe it could have a little bit of wine to it, and I don't. Let's see what about this. This is too big. This has to go. We have to go through this one day, don't we? Go through it. Jam that lid on there. This is such a great time of year to buy containers with school, back to school, you know, all the little containers. Let's try this one. I just need a little thin piece, and I have a feeling these are all thick. I thought I saw a little thin piece in here. Thick. All right. Wide, I guess I could say. All right. May have to abort mission here in a minute if I don't find something quickly. What's in this one? Lots of. I thought I saw something thin. I think that's still going to be too much. Yeah. Nice size. Maybe this. I found a little piece here. We have that. And then this. Too much. Well, I guess it's just going to... What's this? Maybe a little bit of this stuff. Veil, or whatever that was. We'll try it. We'll see. Okay, so I'm kind of talking to myself. Need to get to the school supplies and get some more of these shoe boxes. Kind of grown them up. Okay. All right. I have them on a shelf so I can see the colors right away. That way over there so I don't get it in the glue here in a minute. Get some of this frayed a little bit, and then what I like to do, if anything that will fray, I'll fray it, and then that stuff's like angel hair. Grab that real quick. And then if you just kind of go on the bias a little bit, it kind of helps that to be not as regular. Just kind of give it a little shimmy here. All right. Yeah, that glued down nice. Okay. All right, Fabric Shack, behave here a little bit, okay? I'm just going to put it right here alongside. Like that. Lay that right there. And then I'm just going to gather it. I don't even know if you can see this. It's kind of hard to see. It's so fine. It's so fine that the glue is coming in through it. So I want to smash that down a little bit. Yeah, it's not working like cottonwood. Like cotton would work. Not cottonwood. So I'm going to try to blot it a little bit, get it laying down flat. Okay. I'm just going to dot that on because this little bit of tatting is so delicate, and I'm not going to be super concerned about exactly how every little bit of it is laying. I'm just going to put it down and let the craft nature take its course, you know. Definitely textural. I think I could have, oopsie. I think I could have put the pleat over to the left a little bit better. If it still bothers me, you know, once it dries, I might trim it. Doubtful, but I might. Oh, I think you might be seeing a shadow on there. It's cute. This little bit's too long. Okay. Fun. Yeah, so there you go. I just wanted to make a couple of little ditties with something on my desk. Oh, I had this. Oh. Maybe. Let's try it. What do we have to lose? maybe a little bit right there. Glue it down a little bit. Yeah, a little bit right here. If it doesn't stick to this paper, I'll get it with the art glitter glue, but we'll give it a minute to see if it will. Let's blend that in just a little bit. Okay. Now, isn't that fun? We'll put that in my scraps so we can play with it later and put this in my scraps too. And I'm going to put this in with the paper scraps. We'll definitely use that. I would like to put something else on there. And I feel like I thought I had something on my desk, but I must have put it away. I'm looking for, I had some numbers. This is the Junk Journal Studio. Many of the different bounties. This one happens to be the Spring Embellishment. But I thought I had a little thing of pink numbers. And I know the second I turn off this video, I'm going to find it. Little pink numbers. Little pink numbers. I had them. Well, I don't know what I did with them. I just had them, like in the last couple of days. I must have, sorry. I'm looking over here on the side in this little other pile of things that need to be put away. Oh well, I don't see them. I'll put this on there. Wonder what I did with them. I'm going to look in this drawer. Sometimes I poke little things in this drawer here. Nope. Nope. It's so odd. Did I put it back in the... No. Okay. Enough of that. I want that there or up here. I feel like it needs one other thing. Maybe we can find a pink butterfly real quick. I need to print some more butterflies. All right, let's just look at butterflies and then we will call it butterflies. Okay. Okay. like they have one little pink one. Little teeny tiny pink one. That's not teeny tiny, but it might work. There's a teeny tiny. That's not pink. It's pretty. Here's another one. This might be the wrong color. Yeah. It's cute though. And I do not know, these are ones I cut out before I started. Is that the same one? Before I started putting them in bags that said, you know, whose they are. So I'm really not sure. It could possibly be the Junk Journal Studio. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with that one. That little box, let me show you again. This little box is also one I got at the Dollar Tree back to school last year. I want to say, or the year before. I bought 1 million of them to redo the studio, and I put everything in them. Everything. I'm just going to knock some of that white back on the edges. A little easier to do it for me when I just lay it here and do it. And then I'm going to try to save these little antennas instead of putting thread or drawing them on. Try to save it. A little easier to save if it's cardstock, but okay, I think that's probably good enough. This one, it's a little square. A little square for an antenna. This is what happens. I fuss with it, and then the next thing you know, he has no antennas. All right, well, thank you, everyone, for hanging with me, looking at the junk on my desk again, and making stuff out of the stuff that was on my desk. Appreciate that. It's fun, too. And I always love making sacks. I don't know why. I just get such a kick out of them. You can make them out of just about anything. You know, even that brown paper that Amazon sends. That's fun to make, too. So this one turned out really sweet. Get my pin back in there. Just put a few things away so we can see what's what. All right. So I have a lot of napkin left, and really, look how many journal cards I could make with that. And I have a whole set that I got at the TJ Maxx. Okay. There's that one. We find a tag. Tall tag. I don't know what this is. That's tall. That's too tall. But anyways, whatever you put in, you're going to be able to see. That's fun. And then basically you'll get a little hint of what's in this bag. Very fun. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Hope you had fun. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.